Welcome to NMH at 1. Today is Friday, the 26th of March, 2021. My name is Ashwin Berry, covering for Priska Anyolo. In today's show, video news from the courts, the film industry, and the netball field is on the menu. Don't move an inch. Now, rain that fell over the past week in the drought-stricken Kunene region will hopefully continue to give citizens and farmers living in this arid part of Namibia renewed resolve. According to the Namibia press agency, the Red Cross are currently assisting 1,204 people with a monthly grant of 750 Namibian dollars in this region. This assistance amounts to 900,000 Namibian dollars a month. As part of the same project, 15 water points in the Korigas district will be rehabilitated over the next 2 months. The grant has been extended until the end of April. Up next, we're going to take a look at the daily averages in Namibia with regards to new cases of COVID-19. The national average has increased to 189 cases per day compared to 166 a week ago. This is an increase of 14%. After the peak of the pandemic's second wave, this is the fifth noticeable renewed upward movement. By Wednesday, 218 persons had been vaccinated. Of Namibia's 35 health districts, 16 are reporting 5 or more cases per day. None of these districts showed decreases since the 18th of March. Windhoek, on average, reports 38 cases per day, and outbreaks in Opuwo pushed this town in Kunene region into the second place at 19 cases per day. The Oshakati district is reporting 12 cases a day, and Rundu and Walvish Bay 11 each. 7 districts showed a decline in new cases, including Tsandi, Omaruru, Okahanja, and Hobabis towns, which moved off our map. Do your part to drive the numbers down by protecting yourself and others. Now, all newspapers today are reporting on the legal clash between a gay couple in Namibia and the Ministry of Home Affairs and Immigration about entry of their new offspring to the country. The following short documentary was produced by Iyana Marie Smith. It gives wider focus to the protest we also reported on yesterday.
We are here for equal rights. We are here for the right to a family, the right to have a family without discrimination on your sexual orientation or your gender identity.
We can't say that we're independent. We can't say that we're all free if big parts of our community are not free.
Should come home. They should come home. They belong here.
So even though I am straight, doesn't matter. I support because God is love, God is hope, God is everything. So yeah, thank you. Let's support one another. Let's love each other.
I think regardless of whether you're part of the LGBTQ community or any other community in Namibia. And here's this family who is the most beautiful, loving home, and yet their family is being torn apart.
It is pathetic. It is grotesque.
And it is frankly disgusting that in a born-free Namibia, we still have the Immoral Practices Act, which criminalizes and polices homosexuality in this country.
Right now, Maya and Paula are separated from their families, and that's not okay. And we need to not let that be okay in 2021. We need to fight for our rights. We need to tell our government. We need to claim them.
This is a case that could set incredible precedents, and it's really important that we come out and strike this while it's hot, because it could affect and impact everything around DPRIM in Namibia. So that's why I'm here to support it.
If you can please just, if everybody can sign the petition, those who aren't here today, and have these conversations. They're really, really, really important, and they can change so many lives so that Namibians don't have to flee our country to find safety.
What do we want? Equality! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Equality!
At the end of the day, we're also human beings who have the right to love, the right to marriage, the right to family, and the right to exist without discrimination. And that's why we're here today.
Today, we not only send a message to our homophobic chief or the Ministry of Homophobic Affairs, we are sending a message to all corners of this republic that this country has been ready and has been willing to accept LGBTQ families and people in this nation, because there is a narrative that we are not welcome here. Well, today we are sending a message as LGBTQ people and as allies that we belong. We belong in Namibia. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's put LGBTQ rights aside. Here's a problem. Namibian children are being denied the right to enter their country and to gain citizenship.
In the next insert, filmmaker Joel Haikali speaks to Yolanda Nell about the Tala Awards.
Sommer die eerste game is gespeel vanoggend, dus julle moet sommer die eerste game nou sê maar teen die moeiliker opponente speel. Moet jy die wedstryd ervaar vanoggend?
Ek dink ons was 'n bietjie oorweldig geweest. Hulle spoed ons gesukkel om die druk te verwerk. Maar ek dink met elke wedstryd sal ons beter raak. Ons moet onthou ons het 18 maande gelede laas internasionaal gespeel. Ons het bitterlik lanklaas teen die wêreld.
Quickly tell us, you have the Tala Awards coming up. What is that all about?
All right, so basically it's a Tala online film festival, and that's a platform that showcases Namibian talent, Namibian films, from documentary, fiction, animation, and now the call for submission has just been opened since the 21st of March. And the festival itself will be from the 12th of May to the 19th of May. We are very excited to announce also that the most watched film, the audience choice film, will win $30,000 Namibian. And the lucky voter or audience will also walk away with $10,000 Namibian.
That's amazing. The films that you can submit, should they have been streamed somewhere or showcased somewhere, or can it be footage that you're struggling to find the space to air at?
At this point, people can, content producers can submit any content which was produced as early as 1990 up to now, because we are looking at also testing and getting a sense of what Namibians are, Namibian audience are looking for. So therefore, I think people can, like I said, can submit older documentary, early documentary, award-winning film, any film that's just going to be shown for the first time is also welcome.
In our next story, Namibia netball coach Julien Meyer says the Debmarine Desert Jewels hardly got out of third gear when losing 58-30 against a world-class South African Proteas team in Cape Town yesterday. She is adamant that improvement can be expected in today's clash at 6 p.m. with Uganda. Ari Hogat reports from Cape Town.
Sommer die eerste game is gespeel vanoggend. Dis julle moet sommer die eerste game nou sê maar teen die moeiliker opponente speel. Moet jy die wedstryd ervaar vanoggend?
Ek dink ons was 'n bietjie oorweldig geweest. Hulle spoed ons gesukkel om die druk te verwerk. Maar ek dink met elke wedstryd sal ons beter raak. Ons moet onthou ons het 18 maande gelede laas internasionaal gespeel. Ons het bitterlik lanklaas teen die wêreldnommer 5 gespeel. So ons is geroes. Back home is daar nie soveel gehalte opposisie om teen te oefen nie. So ja, hak en tak geweest, maar ek glo ons sal beter ritme kry. Baie onnodige foute gemaak. Ons het reeds daarna begin kyk, reeds het begin uitsorteer, onnodige bal verloor ook. So as ons daai goeders uitsorteer, dan sal dit baie vinnig baie beter met ons gaan.
Okay. En sien maar komponente soos die spoed van die wedstryd en so voorts, het die spelers 'n bietjie van 'n verskil daar ervaar miskien ook?
Ja, ek dink die ding wat 'n mens met verstaan teen hulle op TV is 'n game baie stadig, maar in werklikheid is dit bitterlik vinnig. En Suid-Afrika speel met hoë spoed. Hulle maak baie min foute, so die geleenthede is baie min en hulle ken mekaar goed. Ek meen daardie middelbaan het omtrent 70 toetse en hulle is die verbintenis tussen die twee sirkels. So hulle het regtig waar goed gedoen. En ek dink dis daar waar ons onsself onnodiglik onder druk ook geplaas het om eerder soos hulle te speel, eerder as om te fokus om op ons eie spelpatrone te konsentreer en ons afronding te konsentreer.
Die toernooi het 'n hele paar wedstryde wat lekker is. So mense kan heeltyd opbou. Lekker vooruitsig dat daar nog 'n klomp wedstryde is.
Ja, natuurlik. Elke wedstryd is 'n geleentheid om te verbeter en elke wedstryd is 'n geleentheid om kombinasies te kyk en ek glo dat die span in derde rad is en ek glo dat hy heelwat gaan verbeter sodra as hy onnodige foute en gemors kan uitsorteer.
It's time to have a look at the front pages of today's newspapers. According to the Namibian Sun, Prime Minister Sarah Kugongelwa Amadila and her husband reaped a profit of almost 10 million Namibian dollars when she and her husband sold 2 farms to the government last year. Republican leads with the residency battle we reported on in our main video story of today and gives the reasons why a review panel has ordered the procurement board to re-evaluate tenders to supply food to the country's school hostels. Allgemeine Zeitung reports on their front page that the Nekato Dam in the Karas region on Wednesday started overflowing again after good showers in its catchment area. In their lead story, the Namibian focuses on the real and grueling impact on women and men caused by infertility. While first on the New Era's agenda is the hardline stand of Home Affairs against allowing the surrogate children of Philip Lowell and Guillermo Delgado into Namibia without DNA proof of their fatherhood. Namibia's newspapers. Like other banks and businesses, MarketWatch reports that the profitability of Standard Bank Namibia was substantially impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. In careers, you can meet Dr. Nelson Makemba and other movers and shakers in the world of work, and of course, browse through the latest vacancies. In the Namibian's weekly cartoon, commentator Dudley Vile takes a step at the misery of homophobic affairs. And New Era reports that residents of Windhoek's Tobias Hainyeko constituency are fed up with those that continuously vandalize water infrastructure. This causes a huge wastage of this scarce commodity. Republican reports on good rains in the Kunene region with a picture that speaks 1,000 words. These men just unloaded drought aid to people at Sesfontein when the slices of heavens opened up for them. The Allgemeine Zeitung tells yet another tale of stock theft. In this instance, thieves slaughtered 32 goats in just 2 days. On the political front, the Namibian Sun reports on a showdown between opposition parties about who will take up Namibia's seats in the Pan-African Parliament not filled by SWAPO as the ruling party. Thank you for spending your lunchtime, or at least part of it, with the Network Media Hub. We'll be back on Monday. Have a safe weekend. Do remember COVID-19 is still around. Wear those masks, social distance. Don't go where you don't need to be. But coming up next is the weather forecast. Cheers.